Ryan, a tough result to take at the weekend. What did you make of the performance?
I thought first half we was slow to get out. We wasn't really ourselves. Our passing wasn't there. We just looked a bit lacklustre. Then second half, I thought we had the chance. We had some good chances from corners, set pieces to get us back in the game, but we just couldn't take any of them, and then they just seen the game on.
The nature of the goals conceded, especially tough to take. 2 deflections and an uncharacteristic error from Connor Ripley. That just makes it even more difficult, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. On another day, the 2 deflections probably go over or wide, and Rippers catches it, and we go and start a counter attack. But there was no excuses from us on our performance. We wasn't our best on the day, and they played well first half, and then they got the 3 goals, and it was always going to be hard to get back into the game.
You talk about the chances we create. It's one of those, isn't it? One of those goes in early doors, and it could be a completely different outcome.
Yeah, if Shawsey scores, Faz scores, we had some more chances, and then if we get one, we could have gone on to get 2 and 3 because we can score goals. But at the end of the day, our performance wasn't there. Probably wasn't even there to get us a result out of the game. But it's just disappointing after obviously being so good at home to have a first half like that.
The result aside, is that the mood within the camp where you score 1 goal and you're likely to push on? I know the comments after Forest Green were if that 89th minute goal was a little bit earlier, then the confidence within the group suggested that we could have gone and won the game. Is that what the feeling is like within the camp at the minute?
Yeah, because we know when we got a lot of creative players going forward who can all score goals, and I feel like once we get one, our tails are up, and then we always feel like we're going to get 2, 3 and 4. But it was always tough for us after the first half, but if we got one, you never know what would have happened.
4 players coming in the January window, looking ahead to the end of the season. How important is it, the competition for places, competition within the squad to get the shirt? How can that benefit the team looking ahead to the final few months?
It's always going to be good competition because it means everyone has to perform to the best every week in training, in games. So we always need competition for places, and it'll push other people on, and hopefully it produces the best out of us as a team to coming into these last couple of months, we can get the results we need to stay up.
Speaking about yourself individually, what have you made of your season so far?
Bit of start. Obviously, it was tough at the start of the season, not getting as much games as I like to, and then I got my chance, and I felt like I took it with the games we've played. But obviously, Donald's a very good player in himself, and he's a good addition to the side. So I like the competition. I had it last year with Ryan McLaughlin, who's also a very good player, and it also tries improves my game as well. And then I'd like to think it helps him improve his game as well.
Looking ahead, Port Vale, the visitors on Tuesday night. Obviously a rescheduled game after the original one was postponed. Fixture congestion as we approach the final months. It feels as though it is Saturday, Tuesday quite a lot of the time. Is that something you think about a lot as players, the games coming up, or do you just look at it one game at a time and focus on that one?
I think you always look at the games you've got coming up, but mainly once you go out on the pitch, you just think about that game. You're not really thinking about any other game that's coming up. You just want to perform your best on the game and get the result you can get on the Saturday and the Tuesday. And as a footballer, all you want to be doing really is playing games.
What can we expect from Port Vale on Tuesday?
They're going to be energetic. They're going to get up. They're going to get players into the box, crosses out from wide, and probably a bit more direct than what Peterborough were, especially in the first half. But I think if we just play our game, I think on our day we're good enough to score as many goals as we like, really. But we just need to improve on our performance from the first half, and I think the performance will help us get the win.
And finally, some tricky fixtures in weeks gone by for Morecambe, but a lot's been made about bounce back ability when results haven't gone our way. How important is that to keep that in mind as we welcome Port Vale on Tuesday?
It's very important. I think we just can't get too down with ourselves after one performance on Saturday, but now we just look to Port Vale, hopefully get the 3 points we need to help us keep going with our momentum, which we did start, that we had here up until Saturday. So if we get the win, hopefully we go on another unbeaten run at home and maybe hopefully pick some wins up away from home.
Just emphasises the point, doesn't it? Not being too high when you win, not being too low when you lose. That's really important.
Yeah, especially with the games coming thick and fast, like you said. We just need to focus now for Tuesday night, and then hopefully we have a better performance. We get the win, and then we'll all focus on to Saturday for the derby. But I think especially Tuesday night, it's important for us to bounce back quickly.
MazumaMobile.com